Hello, everybody. The Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service now presents a reading of articles and features from the Olean Times Herald for Friday, July 5th, 2024, and your reader is Mickey Cole. And of course, happy 4th of July a day late. And on the front page is a picture of the fireworks. And it says Olean marks Independence Day with fun and fireworks. And there's another smaller picture of a family at the park, a little boy blowing bubbles, it looks like. I think. I'm not sure what he's doing. Anyway, and then there was a little girl in a red, white, and blue dress holding up her arms. Looks like she's at the stadium. And it's interesting, both of the mothers are looking away. Both of the fathers are looking at their children. It's a weird thing. But anyway, it's just something I noticed. Okay, so here we go. Oh, and there's also lots of boats on Cuba Lake. So they had their annual boat parade on the lake, which included fireworks on Wednesday night. So thousands flocked to Olean Bradner Stadium's Warvet Park and other adjacent sites on Thursday afternoon as part of Independence Day festivities. The Olean Oilers hosted festivities for a second year, taking over from the City Firefighters Union in 2023. Events began when the gates opened at 12:30 for a free baseball game at 1:30, with a two-time NYCBL champion Oilers topping the Salamanca Lizards 4-3. Gates to the field open at 5 p.m., with the band New Wave Nation taking the stage at 7:30 p.m., and fireworks erupted at 9:45 p.m., capping off the evening for visitors in the stadium and in the surrounding sections of the city. All that we ask is that if you plan on watching the fireworks anywhere in town, that you consider donating to keep this important tradition alive, team officials said, encouraging those interested in donating via Venmo at Olean Oilers. All right, then, this is always fun. Olean to kick off CHIPS, capital letters, road work in mid-July. Road paving work is set to begin later this month across the city. Benjamin Slotman, director of the City Department of Public Works, reported that milling and paving work on 3.34 miles of city streets is scheduled to begin in mid-July. The work at cost of $2.34 million, all through state aid programs, is down about a tenth of a mile from what was paved in 2023. Streets to be paved include 1. The 300 block of North 4th Street for 645 feet. The 400 blocks of North 7th Street for 1,852 feet. The full length of South 9th Street for 1,026 feet. The entire length of North 11th Street for 2,186 feet. The 100 and 200 blocks of South 11th Street for 1,125 feet. The 100 block of South 12th Street for 960 feet. The 100 block of South 13th Street for 683 feet. The entire length of First Avenue for 895 feet. The entire length of Second Avenue for 1,162 feet. Buffalo Street between Reed and North 12th for 625 feet. The southern portion of Buffalo Street was repaved in 2023, with work on the block set for this year delayed due to construction of the Eric Lane Outdoor Center at the Olean YMCA. Excuse me. The 900 and 1,000 blocks of Delaware Avenue for 1,433 feet. The entire length of King Street for 3,985 feet. East Oak Street between North Union and Ash Streets for 960 feet. All right, hold on, we got to get to A5 now. Wherever that is. Nope. Whoop, no, too far. Hold on. Oh, where are we? Okay, the full length of Warden Avenue for 368 feet. And for most recent years, the city relied on a county-level contract and shared services program for milling and paving. In 2022, a month-long delay between milling and paving led the city to go its own way in 2023 with a separate bidding process. County Road 31 from Back River Road to Eimer Road in the town of Amalie will be closed from July 8th until July 11th to replace a culvert pipe. There will not be an on-site detour, and motorists are urged to seek alternative routes. County Road 9 on Snowball Hollow Road to Morgan Hill Road in the town of Scioto will be closed from approximately 8 a.m. until 4 on July 15th to replace a culvert pipe. There will not be an on-site detour, and motorists are urged to seek alternate routes. On County Road 19, from Route 2248 to County Road 19A, will be closed from approximately 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. on July 16 to install a temporary detour bridge. There will not be an on-site detour, and motorists are urged to seek alternative routes. Okay, Oswego Valley Allegheny Limestone students receive the CRCF scholarships. 5 area students are recently awarded scholarships stewarded by the Cattaraugus Region Community Foundation. Aubrey Luce and Colton Bozier received the Chipmunk Community Hall Scholarship for $600 each. This scholarship fund supports awards for graduating students of Allegheny Limestone Central School with preference given to a current resident of a relative or Chipmunk or current resident of the Allegheny area of Chipmunk. Luce will attend West Virginia University to study exercise physiology. Bozer will attend the Universal Technical Institute of Orlando to study automotive technology. Jalen Wojawada Co. and Paige Porcarello of Allegheny Limestone and Alexis Kemp of Oswego Valley received the Christian Connor Memorial Scholarship for $500. Christian Connor was a 1984 graduate of Oswego Valley and a school counselor at Allegheny Limestone Middle School. The scholarship carries on her support of education to children by supporting annual scholarships with preference for students furthering their education in criminal justice or the EMT field, or for students pursuing a degree in nursing or the mental health field. Wojewodo Co. will attend Alfred University to study psychology. Picarella will attend Coastal Carolina University to double major in elementary education and psychology. And Alexis Kemp will also receive the Jean and Sandra Frobel Teachers Scholarship for $1,000. Established in honor of the legacy of Jean and Sandra Frobel, two dedicated area teachers, this scholarship seeks to reward hardworking students who have overcome adversity, participated in high school athletics, were employed while attending school, and who volunteered to better their community and who are seeking to pursue a career in education. Kemp will attend Lock Haven University to study education. So donations can be made to any of these funds at CRCF 301 North Union Street, Suite 203, Olean, or online at cataraugus.org. Okay, we're going to meet the candidates for the JMH Auxiliary Royal Court in Wellsville. The representatives for the 2024 Jones Memorial Hospital Auxiliary Royal Court have been announced. As part of the long-time tradition of auxiliary twigs, and several community organizations sponsor a young person's sell raffle tickets at the grand raffle, with the candidate who sells the most tickets announced at the Auxiliaries Gala and Silent Auction in November. Addison Clark is a candidate representing the Hemlock Twig. Addison's parents are Elizabeth Huller and Ryan Clark. A junior at Wellsville High School, she participates in Student Athletic Advisory Committee and a scholarship athlete. Addison competes in varsity soccer, cheer, and track and field. In her spare time, she enjoys music, soccer, playing with her cat, and spending time with friends. After graduation, she plans to attend college for speech pathology. The Mulberry Twig candidate this year is Lydia Kay of Wellsville. Lydia is the daughter of Luann and Greg Kay and is a junior at Wellsville High School, where she participates in basketball and soccer. A member of the High Honor Roll and Class Top 10, Lydia is also a scholar athlete. In her spare time, she enjoys reading and playing soccer, as well as spending time with friends. After high school, Lydia plans to attend college and study sports therapy. Reese Winters, the daughter of Shauna and Timothy Winters, is the Maple Twig candidate for this year. She is a junior at Andover Central School. Reese is a member of the Student Council Wellness Committee and volunteers her time as a peer helper. She also participates in soccer, softball, and basketball and has served as a team captain for JV basketball. A member of the High honor roll, Reese enjoys spending time with family, painting, kayaking, and playing sports. She is employed at her school currently and plans to attend college for a career in the medical field. The candidate representing the Olive Twig this year is Caitlin Gaulish, a daughter of William and Jody Gaulish, a junior at Wellsville. Caitlin enjoys spending time outside with her family and riding there side by side. She also enjoys cooking and listening to music. She currently babysits and hopes to follow in her dad's footsteps after high school. The Beta Sigma Phi sorority has chosen Ava Cole, the daughter of Jen and Rob Cole, to represent the group this year. Ava attends Wellsville and is also part of the game day cheer and winter cheer teams. An honor roll student and scholar athlete, Ava enjoys reading, spending time with friends, and shopping in her spare time. She is currently employed at Sugar Daddy's and hopes to become a labor and delivery nurse after college. Lily Miller is representing by the Rotary Club. The daughter of Kate and Scott Miller, Lily is part of the yearbook committee. She attends Wellsville, where she is a member of the swim and track team. She is also part of the marching band and has participated in area all-county with the all-state. Lily is a scholar athlete and has achieved honor roll and high honor roll. In her spare time, Lily enjoys reading and studying photography. She plans to attend college after graduation. The Wellsville Investment Group is sponsoring Tegan Burke. Her parents are Matt and Elisa Burke. Tegan is a junior class vice president at Wellsville, a scholar athlete. Tegan competes on the varsity volleyball, softball, and dogs travel softball team. She is also a New York State softball champion for 2024. A high-achieving student, Tegan is an academic top 10 as well as a high honor roll. In her free time, she enjoys sports, art, and spending time with family. Tegan's future plans include attending college for education. Jody Webster is representing the Business and Professional Women Group, the daughter of Kim Clark and Ross Sherdam. Jordan attends high school at Cuba Rushford. Jordan enjoys reading, outdoor activities, and spending time with her dogs. In her spare time, she enjoys babysitting, going to concerts, driving and baking. Her future plans include attending college to become an addictions counselor. Representing the Wellsville Lions Club this year is Trenton Green, the son of Chad and Shannon Green. Trenton is a high school honor student. He participates in baseball, football, and basketball as part of the SAC and ICC. Trenton enjoys weightlifting, woodworking, and sports. In his spare time, he also enjoys spending time with family and friends and his dog. Currently employed at Sugar Daddy's, Trenton plans to attend college after graduation. So support these court candidates and the Jones Memorial Hospital Auxiliary by purchasing tickets to the Grand Raffle. The 2024 Gala and Silent Auction will be held at the Wellsville Country Club on November 9th. Police reports. Olean Police on Wednesday, 3:19 a.m. John W. Green, 66 of Salamanca, was charged with second-degree harassment, a violation. Green was processed and issued an appearance ticket. On Wednesday at 11:12 a.m., Kyle W. Fanton, 38 of Olean, was charged with a false report of an incident that didn't occur, resisting arrest and second-degree obstruction of government administration, all Class A misdemeanors. Fanton was processed and released with an appearance ticket. In Salamanca on Wednesday at 9:29 a.m., Elsie Redeye, 20 of Salamanca, was arrested on a warrant related to the charge of resisting arrest, a Class A misdemeanor. Redeye was processed and held pending arraignment. Wednesday at 12:21, Christopher Faust, 31 of Olean, was arrested on a bench warrant issued out of the City of Salamanca court. Faust was processed and held pending arraignment. On Wednesday at 4:15, Cynthia Gasenski, 68, of Salamanca, was charged with first-degree driving while intoxicated, an unclassified misdemeanor, and refusal to take the breath test. Move from lane unsafely, speed not reasonable, imprudent, consumption of alcohol in the motor vehicle infractions. Gasenski was processed and released with an appearance ticket. In Wellsville, Monday, no time reported. Zachary A. Willits, 25, no permanent address, was charged with third-degree criminal possession of a weapon, a Class C felony, second-degree menacing, and second-degree reckless endangerment, Class A misdemeanors, stemming from an incident reported June 30th. Willits was additionally charged with third-degree criminal mischief, Class E felony, for an incident reported June 27th. Willits was processed and transported to Allegheny County Jail pending arraignment. On Tuesday, no time reported, Brooke E. Billings, 32, of Whitesville, was charged with a violation of probation pretrial release. Billings was processed, arraigned, and committed to Allegheny County Jail. Tuesday, no time reported, Kevin J. Tyler, 52, no permanent address, was charged with forcible touching, a Class A misdemeanor. Tyler was processed and transported to Allegheny County Jail pending arraignment. Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Office in Little Valley, Kenneth J. Grainer, 29, of Little Valley, was arrested at 1:45 p.m. June 29th on an active bench warrant out of the town of Napoli Court. Grainer was arraigned in the town of Salamanca Court and released on his own recognizance. South Dayton, Deanna L. Libby, 43, of South Dayton, was arrested at 4:13 Monday on a warrant. Libby was arraigned in the town of Persia Court and released on her own recognizance. In Salamanca, Kyle E. Cooper, 32, of Salamanca, was arrested at 7:35 Tuesday on arrest warrant out of the Erie County Sheriff's Office from 2021. Cooper was processed and turned over to the Erie County Sheriff's Office. In Machias, Dustin J. France, 35, of Machias, was arrested at 7:56 p.m. Wednesday on a bench warrant out of the town of Machias Court. France was processed, arraigned, and remanded to Cattaraugus County Jail. New York State Police, Yorkshire, a two-vehicle accident was reported at 6:09 a.m. Tuesday in the intersection of Route 16 and 39. Jaden A. Myers, 23, of Buffalo, and Zachary J. Krajewski, 26, of Delavan, were identified as the drivers. One person was reported injured. In Almond, Nicholas C. Baker, 24, of Hornell, was charged at 12:14 p.m. Tuesday with a second-degree rape by someone 18 or older to a victim younger than 15, and 2 counts of second-degree criminal sex act to a victim younger than 15, both Class D felonies, and 3 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, Class A misdemeanor. Charges stem from an incident reported on June 1st. Baker was reported held. In Hume, Adam J. Cox, 35, of Nunday, was charged at 3:15 Tuesday with first-degree criminal contempt with a weapon and aggravated family offense, Class E felonies, and second-degree menacing with a weapon, fourth-degree criminal mischief, and fourth-degree criminal possession of a weapon and with intent to use, all Class A misdemeanors. Charges stem from an incident reported October 6, 2023, and Cox was reported held. In Olean, Kyle A. Perry, 32, of Portville, was charged at 4:15 Tuesday with torture, injure, and not feeding an animal, a Class A misdemeanor. Charges stem from an incident reported on May 10th. Perry was processed and issued an appearance ticket. In Lockport, Wayne Warazasik, 61, of Clarksville, was charged at 6:53 Tuesday with criminal mischief, intent to damage property, Class A misdemeanor. Charges stem from an incident reported April 27. Warazzik was processed and issued an appearance ticket. In Wellsville, Jeffrey Croner, 28, of Wellsville, was charged at 8:01 p.m. Tuesday with first-degree operating a motor vehicle while impaired by drugs. An unclassified misdemeanor. Croner was processed and issued an appearance ticket. In Sayo, Jean M. Lorenz, 64, of Sile, was charged at 9:47 p.m. Tuesday with offense driving while intoxicated, first offense operating a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08% or greater, both unclassified misdemeanors. Lorenz was processed and issued an appearance ticket. And in Persia, John R. Korbar, 59 of Gowanda, was charged at 10:50 p.m. on Wednesday with a third-degree criminal mischief, damaging another person's property valued at greater than $250, a Class E felony. Korbar was processed and issued an appearance ticket. Okay, I'm going to go to the obituaries and then I'll come back. See some other things. Oh, there. Okay, Mary L. Neal of Otto. Mary L. Neal, 93, of Lakeland, Florida, formerly of Otto, passed away Friday, June 28, 2024, at Lakeland Regional Hospital in Lakeland. She was born January 16, 1931, in New Albion, daughter of the late Louis and Catherine Sin Reed. She married Douglas Neal, who predeceased her in 2002. For many years, she worked as an RN at Tri-County Hospital in Gowanda, and upon moving to Florida, continued at Lake Wales Hospital. She also was a nurse for the Good Shepherd Hospice, and following her retirement, she volunteered at the Bach Tower in Lake Wales. Mrs. Neal is survived by a son, Ronald Jan Neal of Otto, a daughter, Tamara Earl Palmer of Lakeland, 5 grandchildren, Melissa Pugh, Monica Schrock, Brian Palmer, Angela Starnes, and Cole Palmer, 9 great-grandchildren, and several nieces and nephews. Besides her loving husband, Mary was predeceased by a son, Thomas Neal, 3 brothers, Fred Reed, Harold Reed, and Edward Reed, and 4 sisters, Elsie Whaling, Dora Reed, Edna Reed, and Frida Fitzpatrick. And friends may call from 11 to noon on Saturday at the Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Otto. Grace Maxon Titus from Mountville, South Carolina. Grace Maxon Titus, 80, of Mountville and widow of John Titus, passed away Friday, June 28, 2024, at the South Regional Medical Center in Greenwood. Born in Shingle House, Pennsylvania, she was the daughter of the late Ernest and Fern Dickerson Maxon. After graduating from Oswego Valley High School in 1962 and nursing school in Bradford, PA in 1963, Grace dedicated her life to the medical field. Her commitment to helping others and in nurturing nature touched the lives of many throughout her career. She is survived by children Mark Titus of Bradley, Molly Titus of Mountville, and Jennifer Jeff Brock of Raleigh, North Carolina, a sister, Barb Adams of Buffalo, New York, and grandchildren Brooke Titus, Henry Brock, and Genevieve Brock, and 3 great-grandchildren. She was preceded in death by a grandson, Jonathan Titus, and services will be held later in Bradford. Norman Norman Stanton, April 13th, 1953 to November 10th, 2023. A celebration of life for Norman Norman Stanton, who passed away November 10th, 2023, will be held from 2 to 4 Sunday, July 14th at John Ash Community Center at 112 North Barry Street. All friends and family are welcome. And David Hyde, 68, formerly of Olean, passed away March 6, 2024 in Orlando. Family and friends are invited to attend a memorial visitation for Dave from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, June 11th at the Casey Howig Hartle Funeral Home in Olean. Okay, let's see here. Peace in the midst of chaos. And this is Reverend Vicki Headland. In my office, there is a sign which boldly declares, "Why worry when you can pray?" This thoughtful gift came from a former coworker who seemingly knew just how reliant I would become on those words. Unlike other items in the room, the sign refuses to bend into its surroundings, which makes it impossible to ignore. Even passerbys in the hallway pause and lean into the room to read its message in its entirety. While most believers recognize the wisdom behind those words, if we're honest, we all occasionally fall into the worry trap. After all, we're only human. There are numerous issues today that cause us concern: finances, family, health, security, substance abuse, crime, and politics, just to name a few. At times, it all feels overwhelming, like we're in the midst of a turbulent sea threatening to capsize us. As I contemplate this, I often imagine the disciples in Matthew chapter 14 navigating the sea of Galilee by boat during a tempest. It's not unusual for sudden and violent storms to arise in that region when cold air descends from the mountains and collides with the warm air rising from the water. When this event occurred, the disciples, much like us, became fearful and concerned for their safety. They fell into the worry trap and cried out to Jesus for help. What I find intriguing is that even after Jesus appeared to them in response, they still wavered, questioningly whether it was truly him or merely an apparition. This resonates with me because often after receiving an answer to my prayer, I find myself wondering, is this genuinely God's decision or am I imposing my own desires? The reason behind my reaction doesn't signify a lack of faith, but rather a desire to remain in God's will. Finding peace amongst the chaos in the world lies in remaining within God's will. However, that doesn't guarantee smooth sailing. As Jesus promises, we will face tribulations. Yet it's essential to recognize that God allows trials for two purposes: correction, as seen with Jonah, and the perfection. The disciples' faith and confidence grew stronger through their stormy experiences. At times we will feel alone in our suffering, like David, who often complained that God was distant and not listening. But we must rest assured that God is with us. He hears our prayers, and in his time he will come to us in the storms of life, working everything for good according to his purpose. Remember his words to his disciples: I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In a world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world. Okay, let me go over here. The Olean Allegheny Limestone grads among boards of realtors scholarship recipients. So, an Olean graduate and Allegheny Limestone graduate are among four aspiring business students who recently received the Chautauqua County Board of Regents Scholarship at the Cattaraugus Region Community Foundation. Olean's Caroline Carter and Allegheny Limestone's Michael Frederick each received the scholarship of $500. The Board of Realtors Scholarship provides two $500 scholarships each to the students in good academic standing in Cattaraugus and Chautauqua counties. Preferences are given to studies pursuing a business-related degree. Also receiving a scholarship were Trey DeMonk from Maple Grove and Kimberly Camp from Westfield. Carter plans to attend St. Bonaventure University to study marketing. Frederick will attend Washington and Jefferson's to study business. Donations can be made to the Cattaraugus County Board of Realtors Scholarship Fund at the CRCF 301 North Union Street, Suite 203, Olean, or online at thecatfoundation.org. All right, there was a PA man was arrested after shooting at Wellsville party. A Pennsylvania man was arrested Wednesday for allegedly shooting during a party in the town of Wellsville, New York, state police said. Reported this on Thursday. Gregory S. Miller, 54, of Pendle in Bucks County, was charged with second-degree attempting murder, first-degree assault, first-degree reckless endangerment, 2 counts of second-degree criminal possession of a weapon, third-degree criminal possession of a weapon, and fourth-degree criminal use of a weapon. At approximately 9:45 p.m. Wednesday, state police responded to the scene on Smith Hollow Road for an allegedly shooting involving an injury. Police investigation determined that after hours of consuming alcohol, Miller had an argument with a 48-year-old male. Police said Miller allegedly went to his vehicle, a 2015 Chevrolet Silverado, returned with the party with a .45 caliber semi-automatic handgun, and discharged the firearm several times at the victim, striking him one time in the lower left leg. Miller was reportedly disarmed and held down by others at the party until state troopers arrived on the scene and took the suspect into custody. The victim was originally transported to the Jones Memorial Hospital in Wellsville for a non-life-threatening injury to his leg, police reported, before being transferred to Strong Memorial in Rochester for further treatment. Miller was processed and transported to Allegheny County Jail pending arraignment. The State Police Forensic Identification Unit Bureau of Criminal Investigation and the Allegheny County District Attorney's Office assisted in this um, investigation. All right, so let's look at the sports here. We have the Ellicottville, Cattaraugus, Little Valley, Clinton, Northup is surrounded by teammates following a home run against Portville on Thursday in Portville. So, Ellicottville, Cattaraugus, Little Valley holds off Portville for a 10-12 Jordan bracket title. In decisive final game, Ellicottville, Cattaraugus, Little Valley won the Don Jordan bracket for the Cattaraugus County 10-12 baseball title Saturday in District 2 Little League action. ECLV defeated Portville 14-13, bouncing back after a Tuesday night less forced Thursday morning's final game. With the win, ECLV is set to face Leroy on Saturday for the overall District 2 title. 10-12 baseball, Scott John's bracket, champion Leroy 3, Wellsville 0. Let me see if there's anything else on that. No, I don't think. Oh, yeah. Here we are. Sorry. Okay, so also with this Little League in the 9-11 baseball best of 3 championship series, Portville wins 2-0. Portville 8, Wellsville 4. Capturing a second straight win over Wellsville, the Portville 9-11 Little League baseball team staked a claim in the District 2 championships. So Portville's 8-4 win over Wellsville was its second in a best of 3 championship series, and previous game ended in a 2-0 result in favor of Portville as well. In the 8-10 baseball Scott John brackets, championship Wellsville Leroy 3. And there's a picture of Thaden Phillips swinging at his high pitch at Ellicottville. And there's also a picture of Braylon Van Buren from Ellicottville, Cattaraugus, Little Valley. All right. Also, the Olean Oilers walk off this extra after late Salamanca surge. So there's oh my goodness, I wanted to go to the game, but honestly, it was so hot. I decided not to, and I wished I had because this boy was one of my students. So, in a dramatic fashion, the Olean Oilers pulled out a 4-3 win over the Salamanca Lizards behind an incredible performance on the mound and an opportunistic mindset. In the Oilers' first ever home game on the 4th of July, the stands were packed at Brandner Stadium and provided their hometown team with added boost of energy. Salamanca and Olean both sped through the first 3 innings with no runs having been scored and just a lone hit recorded by the Lizards' Gabe Roth, St. John Fisher. However, Olean Oilers were able to break the deadlock with a 2-run 4th innings, and there's a picture here of the student I had. His name is Michael Cole, not related to me. Olean's Michael Cole slides home on the bottom of the 10th inning to walk it off against Salamanca on the game. Okay, so let me go back to the more of it. With Salamanca started pitchers on the day, Sawyer Prince from Penn State Erie hit a number of batters to give up 2 hits, the second of which was an RBI single from Joshua Wilson from Bloomsburg that brought Jack Painter, Wolford, across for the first tally in the score column. Another hit batter from Prince walked in Bryce Rudisill from Pittsburgh. The Lizards got off the field eventually, but not without putting themselves behind the 8 ball. However, Olean was unable to build onto the lead until the later innings as well, leaving the door open for the visitors. The next 3 innings flew by well with 0 runs across the board for both teams. The biggest factor in Olean's success in keeping Salamanca's offense quiet was the performance starting pitcher Sho Yamashita Muskagum in his final game of the summer for the Oilers. Yamashita went 8 full innings, striking out 5 and giving up just 6 hits, 2 walks, and right before he was taken out, 3 runs. Olean coach Mike Bemmel was thrilled with what he saw on the starter on the day and noted that it would be sad to see him go. On the other hand, he said that there was so much more to be desired out of the offense. Yamashita absolutely shoved, Mamo said. I mean, you can't have a better outing than that. It's a shame that he has to leave, but it was awesome to have him. An absolute pleasure. Offensively, we still need to figure it out. I'm not happy with 4 runs. We still have a lot of work to do on the plate, but a win is a win. And it was in the later innings where Salamanca started to read Yamashita's pitches a bit better and brought some life back into their dugout. In the top of the 8th, Harley Hogue reached base on a single, and the very next at bat was brought all the way around the horn to score the Lizards' first run of the game on a Jackson Ross blast in deep center field. Weitzel, who had held firm throughout the year with the main goal for his team was to and his players to improve, had high praise for Ross with a number of clutch, timely hits and big displays on the mound as of late. Ross was found his stride in just his first season experiencing college ball. He's been doing a really good job, especially on the mound for me, Weitzel said. And when it's his turn to go, we know we're going to get a competitive start. It's just nice to have that extra bat in the lineup where you know he's going to have a good at bat. He's going to give us a good contact and hit the ball pretty good. I think he's doing a good job. However, the 2-run cushion over the Oilers was restored immediately in the bottom of the 8th, and all it took was one swing at the bat. Wilson, who ended the day for 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run, launched a home run over left field wall. Bimmel called the homer massive in terms of taking some wind out of the Salamanca sails. Faced with defeat, the Lizards found a way to keep the game alive. In the top of the 9th inning, Maxwell Rogers, Pitt Bradford unloaded on a pitch which scored Andrew Hartman and Tyler Curtis, SUNY Fredonia, and tied the game up at 3 apiece. With a celebratory scream from second, Salamanca had all the momentum. Entering the 10th inning, Salamanca bats went cold again with a runner at first base. Anthony Snyder from Alfred State grounded into a double play and gave the Oilers another chance to end the game with just 1 run. With 2 runners on, Painter, 1 for 3 run, saw his chances and took them after a wild pitch reached the backstop. Painter touched home base without an attempt at a tag and immediately was mobbed by his teammates and home plate. Bemmel was all smiles while talking about the festivities around the game. He noted his team thrived on the energy and was happy to grab the win in front of the supporters. This was probably the best crowd we had all year, Bemmel said, and the guys love it, and we feed off the energy, so it was awesome. There you go. Up here, there's some pictures of the teams. So the Portville All-Stars celebrate after defeating Wellsville in the 3-game series for District 2. So the 9-12. Let's see if I recognize any of these kids. Well, they all have their hats on. I can't really see who they are, but they are funny. Okay, then over here are the Ellicottville, Cattaraugus Little Valley All-Stars celebrate after defeating Portville in the county age 10-12 tournament. Okay, and then there's a picture here. Friends and family of Houston pitcher Sean Dublin of Allegheny watch from the stands in Toronto before a game between the Astros and the Blue Jays on Wednesday. It's kind of fun to see local kids playing for pro teams. It gives that just much more reason to want to watch these games. So I don't know if you're into yard sales. There's a bunch tomorrow. There's some estate sales going on. There's a huge garage sale on Grandview Avenue. There's a yard sale on Center Street. The downsizing garage sale on Dugan Road. And there's another one on Cherry Street. An estate sale Saturday on North 7th Street and in Portville. In fact, in Portville, it's going to be a huge one, and it's Saturday and Sunday, and starting at 9 a.m., and it's the complete house is being sold. So there you go. So I I'm looking for anything else you might want to know about. Cuba Rushford Board recognized on Tuesday. The Cuba Rushford Central School Board of Education was convened its reorganization meeting at 6 p.m. Tuesday in the Middle High School Library, where a regular board meeting will follow. There will be a presentation of the Code of Conduct for 2024, and the public is invited to that. Let me see if I missed anything at all. Let's see. Corn Planter Monument is going to be part of the exhibit at Seneca's Cultural Center. That's pretty cool. And if you've never been there, it's a really nice place to go. Let's see. Another thing is many low-income New York families rely on costly cell plans for internet access. So yeah, I guess they're probably going to look at a couple ways of figuring that out. So I don't see anything else that's local. I don't even know what that is. That is a squirrel, dog, squirrels trashing people's bird feeders. I guess that was like a close-up view on a camera. Unrecognizable squirrel, I guess. So in the campus news, let's see, we have Cuba, Nicholas Berardi, philosophy, political science. This is all from Buff State, the University of Buffalo. Joshua Twizimato, international trade. Journey Jones, cum laude, medical technology. Julia Rayleigh, psychology. Justin Siwa, environmental engineering. Madison La Tampio, summa cum laude, health and human services. And Thomas Collisney, summa cum laude in math and Gowanda. Skylar Capozzi, mathematics. Hinsdale, Kyle Colburn, environmental engineering. Little Valley, Brent Russell, summa cum laude, biomedical science. In Olean, Robert Dempsey, cum laude, industrial engineering. Haley Federosk, cum laude, business administration. Dan Klein, magna cum laude, mechanical engineer. Joseph Saigon, summa cum laude, aerospace engineering. And Nicole Mara, summa cum laude, business administration. In Perrysburg, Ethan Fort, magna cum laude in mechanical engineering. In Randolph, Jeremy Sprague, summa cum laude, computer engineering. Kara Leeper, criminology. Courtney Leeper, neuroscience. Alexis Schellenberger, magna cum laude, biology sciences. And in Wellsville, Jarek Shea, cum laude, mathematics. So these are all recent graduates of Buff State University. And so fireworks is even on the last page, but that's not local. It's how we all dealt with the fireworks in heat. So all of you, I wish you all a wonderful weekend, and I will be back to you next Friday. Have a great week, and enjoy this beautiful summertime. Bye-bye now. Thank you.